All right, shalom, shalom to the nation of Israel, shalom. All right, it's your brother Kazakia out of Great Millstone, the Walls, coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shot, right? But prior to getting started, we want to give our infinite honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Shem, our Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace, blessings, and salutations be to the whole elect scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, all right? And the title of today's lesson is going to be the tongue of the wicked, all right? And this is pursuing to Esau, Edom, the Edomites, okay? All right, the so-called white man, okay? The title of today's lesson is going to be the tongue of the wicked, all right? And we know that the wicked speaks deceitfully, all right? They speak blasphemy, right? They speak greatly against the Lord, against his people, right? Okay, but ultimately, this man, Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is basically just a liar, man. Okay, we go devil, which means basically just means deceiver, man. Okay, and I'm gonna play this clip real quick, and then I'm gonna get some precepts. All right, and I don't intend for it to be long. This one here.
Power on the world stage. Is there anything that could stop you if you wanted to?
Yeah. Oh shit. Okay.
Do you see any checks on your power on the world stage? Is there anything that could stop you if you wanted to?
Yeah, there's one thing, my own morality, my own mind. It's the only thing that can stop, and
Not international
and that's
law.
very good.
Right. So you heard what this man said. What would stop him, man? Okay. And this is Nero, right? 47, DJ Trump, right? Which we just found out that the ICE agents, okay, are trained by the IDF, okay, and they train them in 47 days, and basically in their own way tribute to Nero, man. 47, Trump, man. All right, but this man said his own morality, right? I'm gonna kind of rewind that.
Do you see any checks on your power on the world stage? Is there anything that could stop you if you wanted to?
Yeah, there's one thing, my own morality, my own mind. It's the only thing that can stop, and
He said his own morality, his own mind is the only thing that can stop him. Any checks within the world, man, this man is, it's really beautiful what he's doing, because it's just basically completing a prophecy. And I'm going to get this word morality, okay, out of an online etymology, okay, dictionary. It says moral qualities, virtuous conduct, okay, or thought, right? What else does it say? This is a late 14th century word, moral character. It says manner, character, manners, or morals. It says system of ethical duties, doctrine. All right. It says meaning, doctrine, or system of ethical duties, meaning, goodness. Right. All right. Now let's go. Let me see if I can pull it up in the a definition. It says principles. This is just off of Google. Basically a dictionary you get off the web. It says morality, principles concerning the distinction between right and wrong or good and bad behavior. So is what his morality is, what he believes to be right or wrong, right? His own morality. He believes what he's doing is the right thing. So he's just going to continue on his campaign of doing all the wrong things. But because he believed that it's right, it's okay. Okay? And this is the word, these are the words of a friggin' devil, man. Okay? There's no way to get by that. All right? And we're going to get the scriptures, All right? We're going to kind of save that there. If we can. We're going to get the scriptures real quick. There's Proverbs 10 and verse 32. And it says, the lips of the righteous know what is acceptable, but the mouth of the wicked speak frowardness. All right. Then we're going to get that same one in the GNT. All right. It says righteous people know the kind thing to say, but the wicked are always saying things that hurt. Okay. And these are basically hurtful words to what? To the people, man. This stings, right? It cuts deep, right? Your morality, right? It's all thrown off. It's all out of whack. It's crazy. It's madness, really, because obviously your moral principles, right? The things you believe in, are all thrown off, man, right? You're wicked according to the scriptures. All right. And this devil's not going to stop, until he be taken out of the way, right? As the scriptures say, man. Okay. Because they said in the clip, let me see if I could go back to it real quick. We'll run it back.
Do you see any checks on your power on the world stage? Is there anything that could stop you if you wanted to?
Yeah, there's one thing: my own morality, my own mind.
Right. So, it says that anything that's going to basically stop you, right? And is anything that's going to check what you're doing. I want to go back, see exactly.
Do you see any checks on your power on the world stage?
I think
is there anything that could stop you if you wanted to?
Yeah, there's.
Yeah. So basically, what is going to stop him? Nothing, right? This guy's going to basically, basically the question is, when will he stop? That's basically what she's saying, right? And the answer is he's going to stop at nothing to completely continue on doing the things that he's doing. Okay. And that's what he believes. All right. But just know this. Let's get this real quick. Let's see, it's 36 or something like that. This is Matthew 12:36. It says, "But I say unto you that every idle word that man shall speak, they shall give an account thereof in the day of judgment," man. And the Lord heard what this man said. Okay. All right. He heard what this devil said. He said, he's basically saying, I'm going to stop on my own terms. No, you're going to stop on the Lord's terms, man. Right? Because you're not in control of this. Right? The Lord's in control of this. But the pride on these devils is off the charts, man. Right? The scripture say, I believe it says pride. It might be pride or it might not be pride. Basically compassive him about like a chain. Okay. I'm going to read this same verse in the GNT real quick. And it says, you can be sure that on the judgment day, you will have to give an account for every useless word you have ever spoken. Right? So you better watch what you say, man. Right? Obviously, this guy's a devil, right? A complete demon, right? And he's going to be marked. He's already marked for whatever the Lord has allotted for him, right? Whatever his lot is, okay? But, the point is, these devils speak proudly, man. This is the tongue of the wicked. Because even the people can't believe that you're going to continue on this campaign with just taking over countries. But you say you're going to do it, right? And that's the one thing I could, probably say about Trump. He talk a lot of crap, but, what they basically they say in the world, you practice what you preach, something like that, something along the lines of that. And that's what he's doing, man. He's actually going out and doing the things that he said that he's going to do. Okay. Which is going to, run Babylon the Great right into the crapper, man. Right. Nobody's going to want to deal with the whore, man. Right. Because they have international laws in place so that countries just don't go about taking over other countries. That things are done so-called, I'll say this, so-called fairly, right, and diplomatically, right? We come up with political solutions so that we don't just overtake each other, But this man, he's coming down with the hammer, man. The scriptures tell you. Let me see if I get that real quick. I'm going to close out soon. Brother got on a job, got work. This is Jeremiah 50 and verse 23. It says, how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? The nations are going to gather together and break asunder, right? Babylon the Great. They're going to fire nuclear missiles, ICBM missiles, and it's going to completely destroy this place, man. Completely eradicate this place. Now, I know I didn't play the whole clip because there's probably some more in there, but it's just the fact that he even said what he said in the beginning, man. Right? The tongue of the wicked, man. This man's a deceiver. He's a liar, right? Let me get this real quick. Is it maybe about that a verse? Oh, I say Timothy, man. Thessalonians. Salakia, bear with me. All right, where's it at? Okay, it's one verse up. Salakia. It says, this 2 Thessalonians 2:7, it says, for the mystery of iniquity doeth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way, man. So the Lord is allowing this devil to speak proudly. He's allowing them to come up against these other nations for prophecy's sake, right? Because the things that the Lord, has in place, the word must be true, right? Everything has to happen within the scriptures. Salakia. The words that the Lord has in place has to happen so that for prophecy's sake, okay? So he's thinking he's doing just to do, but no, the Lord's doing just to do, man, right? And this is just a small taste of the things that the wicked says, man, right? And the wicked, going back to the so-called Edomites, Esau, Edom, the wicked of the Bible, okay, which is your so-called white people. All right, but that's pretty much all I have, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Al-Shai. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Hey, man, this is going into what? The tongue of the wicked, man. They speak forwardness. They speak perverse, right? They speak in lies and codes and deception, man. But the Lord has the prophets, on the highways and hedges to basically declare this man's wickedness throughout the earth so he could be destroyed at the end of the day. All right. But like I say, that's all I have through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Al-Shai. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying, first and foremost, to the hopeful elect. But prior to getting out of here, we want to give all infinite honor and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem HaChakadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles, that great millstone, who rule and teach well. Peace, blessings, and salutations be to the hopeful elect scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. All right. Kwam Yasha Allah, Ababa Ball, Shalom.